Day 2 of the PGA Championship begins with the same promise of Day 1. A showdown between the world's number 1 and number 2. Tiger and Phil spent their first day feeling out the course, plotting patiently. But as the gallery focused on the champions group, the rest of the field began an assault on Medina, with 60 players finishing under par. Sensing the opportunity, Davis Love scorched his first 16, but a late triple on 17 left everything up for grabs. Despite red numbers littering the leaderboard, the attention turns back to Tiger and Phil. The history books are open, and the world is watching. The second day in the second city will leave no room for second chances. The drama of the PGA Championship is next on TNT. TNT Sports, in association with the PGA of America, celebrating 90 years of golfing excellence and its 28,000 men and women golf professionals who encourage you to play golf, America, present the 88th PGA Championship, the season's final major, glory's last shot. The PGA Championship live from Medina Country Club, Medina, Illinois. This historic golf course opened in 1928, home to the PGA in 1999, also the site of 3 U.S. Open championships. Yielded 60 players in red figures in the first round yesterday as Medina was somewhat benign. Soft greens allowed the players to fire at the pins. Conditions about the same today. We do have the possibility of isolated showers later in the afternoon. Right now, overcast skies, but no rain has fallen. You can see an absence of wind reflected in the almost glass-like lake. 81 degrees, cloudy with a 70% chance of rain. That will come up later on, and the winds slight out of the south at 4 to 6. Some have completed play already, among them a 30-year-old Swede from Gothenburg, Sweden. As a parenthetical note, no Swede has ever won a major in golf. Henrik Stenson from Gothenburg, a second consecutive 68. Davis Love bogeyed 3 of his first 4 holes today, came back splendidly, wound up with a 69, and is 1 off the pace. Chris Riley struggled a bit, but he settled at even par to get in the clubhouse at 6 under par. Billy Andrade in as the 7th alternate, opened with a round of 67, and he birdied his first hole this afternoon. Then Glover, Garcia, McKeel, Daniel Chopra, Adam Scott, Luke Donald, Woody Austin, Poulter, and Sink at 4 under, along with Allenby. And Tiger Woods is just a little over 30 minutes away from teeing off in the glamour grouping with Phil Mickelson and U.S. Open champion Jeff Ogilvy. Their scheduled tee time 1:35 local time this afternoon. Fred Funk at 3 under par, having played 1 today. David Howell in with a 71 among those who has completed play. Tim Clark 2 under after 2. Sean O'Hare had it to 5 under at one point, settled for a round of 70. He's 2 under par. Ryan Palmer is 2 under after 3. But the leader in the second round, Henrik Stenson at 8 under par, not a regular on the PGA Tour, plays mostly on the European. Also earlier, Tiger Woods.
And he's hit this club a lot today, Bobby. 5 wood.
He likes it. Center cut. You know, all these guys, Tiger, Phil, been here at least once, some more than once, prior to the championship getting ready.
Flagpole, one of the signal features here at Medina, and we invite you to join us tomorrow at 80 for the 88th PGA Championship third round coverage. We'll begin at 11 o'clock Eastern, bring you 3 hours tomorrow on TNT.
You know, they had talk about moving the flagpole when Reese Jones redesigned the golf course 4 years ago, but they figured it would cost over $250,000 to move it, and, well, the 18th hole's a pretty good hole anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, that flagpole weighs 7 tons, and it's held in place by only 4 bolts. How about that?
You know, I'm again impressed by the depth of your research.
You know, yeah, and thousands of feet of concrete. It goes about 40 feet into the ground, apparently.
Isn't that the same number of bolts that used to hold the engines on a DC-10?
You know, I've had caddies who would actually mistake that flag and think that the green was much closer.
That's not a flag you'd like to tend.
No.
Oh, dear. Well, let me interrupt you for just a moment and advise that we have a four-way tie at the top, and this terrific grouping of Woods, Mickelson, and Ogilvy.
Well, Tiger will go flag hunting. We'll just hope he picks the little flag.
192 yards, and if you look at the flagpole, you can see that it's a little bit of a trailing breeze. Tiger with a 7-iron.
Well, he went after it.
Well, he sure did. And this is a good-looking line right here, Bobby.
High, towering 7-iron. Really took the bunker out of play with that trajectory.
You know, a bit of a hit in that putting stroke.
It does. It's almost kind of slappy. I watched it earlier here when he made the turn at 18, and it's still a little slappy, but it's much better than it used to be.
Right in the hole. Back to 18.
And we go back to 18.
It actually has almost a reverse loop, so to speak. Billy Mayfair, in the conventionally, you know, he had the big cut stroke. Now with the long putter, he almost kind of takes it out and in.
Tiger Woods open play yesterday morning at 8:30 with a bogey on the par 5 10th. He hasn't had a bogey on his card since.
Went down in the bunker that guards the front left, Vern, and got way down. I think this putt's going to move just a slight touch to his left.
You know, for a guy who's missed half of his fairways off the tee to only make one bogey in the first 2 rounds is remarkable.
Well, the fact that he was able to make par on 1, Bobby, he made par on 6. Those were the 2 keys. I thought, you know, kind of starting the round, he drove it way left and was able to save par there. And then when he did it again on 6, then I thought everything kind of started clicking with his golf swing. He started making better swings, and the shots just progressively got better and better and better.
And let's put things into perspective. I mean, all the criticism that he got when he started working with Hank Haney and trying to change his swing now for the 3rd time, and perhaps his driving statistics aren't what they were, but his iron game and especially his wedge game is better than ever.
Could be. It is.
It was a mini fist pump. Remember Hoylake, the eagle at 18 on Friday?
He's within 1 at the midway point. '69, 68.
Nothing but net. He's putted beautifully today. His speed, line, perfect.
Now Mickelson.
This would be like stealing one. Even par on his round.
That's great stuff.
That's why they're 1 and 2 in the world.
Mickelson with rounds of 69, 71. A bit of a roller coaster ride all day long. But a terrific shot out of the rough, and the birdie at 18, and there Jeff Ogilvy. Well, how well did they do, these 3?
It's exciting to watch.
Ogilvy finishes at -7. Tiger at -6. Mickelson -7. and Mickelson at -4. Here's Tiger.
A birdie at the home hole for Tiger Woods.
Mickelson, between the three of them, 18 under par. At the end of 36 holes, Tiger Woods only one shot off the lead, and he is with Billy Kratzer.
Well, thank you, Vern. And Tiger, as I look at this round, I look at the first hole, I look at the sixth hole, you made 2 great saves for par, then everything started clicking from there.
Yeah, you know, it was nice to get those 2 saves there, and basically what I ended up doing is actually doing the things that Hank told me to do. I didn't quite do that on those couple holes, and actually starting out I didn't really do that, so he knows a thing or two, so might as well do what he says.
Well, yesterday you played the par 5s 1 under. Today you got 3 out of the 4. What was the key today?
Well, I grinding, basically. That's basically all it was. I gave myself some looks at it, made a couple putts. And, I didn't really do anything special today. I was just kind of hanging around, and basically just trying not to make too many mistakes today.
At Hoylake, you made a putt on the last hole. You gave it the fist pump. Here on the 36th hole, you did the same thing. You make the putt, fist pump. We didn't know Phil had the comedic side. But, you look at the leaderboard. You know that's going to get you within 1 shot of the lead.
Well, I was grinding all along on this entire back 9, and nothing was really happening. Only putt I made was about a 6-incher over there on 14. So I wanted to make something. I wanted to end the day on a positive note. I felt like I hit the ball really well on that back 9, and I didn't really get a whole lot out of it. So it was nice to cash in on that putt.
Congratulations. Good luck on the weekend.
Thanks,
okay, let's go over to Jim Huber.
Billy, thank you very much. And with Jeff Ogilvy. And Jeff, it was even more of a zoo today than it was yesterday?
Yeah, they were a bit louder and a bit having a bit more fun for us today. It was it was a lot of fun. They were very well behaved, but they were very vocal at the same time.
You had a couple bad holes in the middle of your round, but you fought your way back admirably.
I did. I mean, I played a perfect front 9. I played really well. I hit some good shots, 4 under through 9, and then short putt on 10 I didn't make for birdie, and then 11 I don't know what happened. I don't hit 8 on that far, but it went straight over the green into a bad spot, made bogey, and then I followed it with another bogey, but birdie 13, which is probably one of the tougher holes on the course, which gets you back on track, and finished 7 under, which is a pretty good spot.
All right, thanks very much. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, mate.
Let's go back to Billy.
Well, thank you. And Phil, that was a draining day. I mean, not only the weather, but, you hit 9 of 14 fairways. It wasn't like you drove it just horrible, but it just seemed like when something could go wrong, it did.
Yeah, it's in my ball striking, Bill, just has been not very good, but I feel like it's just one little thing away, and Rick and I are going to get together tonight and go over some video and see if we can kind of get it ironed out, because I'm only 4 back. I feel like I've hit it playing Army golf left and right, and I just haven't been able to get it going, but my short game's kept me in there. I've made some good putts, made a good birdie in the last hole after a horrific drive, and I'm fighting, man. I'm fighting. I just got to get it turned around.
Bogeys on 16 and 17. How huge was that birdie on 18? Because it looked like you were going to be locked up over on the left-hand side, and then you come up with that shot.
Bill, a par would have been great because I would have shot even par. I wouldn't have shot over, and I would have gladly taken that. I had a decent lie, or I say decent, one of the best lies I've had in the rough, and I still can't believe I was able to get on the green and close. It was just a lucky shot, and I was lucky to make the putt. But from the tee shot, even when I got to the ball, I was just fighting for par.
Well, congratulations, and go figure it out, and good luck on the weekend.
Thanks, Bill.
Okay, Vern?
All right, Bill, thank you. On a murky Friday afternoon, some brilliant play. Luke Donald, Henrik Stenson, Billy Andrade, and Tim Herron. A quartet tied at the top midway through the 88th PGA Championship, and a ton of talent within reach. Lucas Glover, first-round co-leader at 6 under par, is 74 today. But along with Phil Mickelson, he is only 4 off the lead. 4-way tie after 36 at Medina.